Expeditionary learning is all about making sure that learning experiences are rigorous, authentic, powerful for kids. Being an EL school, an expeditionary learning school, means that we have sort of three interlocking components that we work to incorporate in everything that we do, which is mastery of knowledge and skills, character, and high-quality work.
The EL model is critical to who we are as a school because it really focuses on how we're empowering students to really own the learning process and be active participants in it.
We've moved from having just basic understanding of how to read, how to write, how to perform arithmetic, to really conceptualizing content, conceptualizing topics, and thinking deeply about them, making connections.
What's one thing that you noticed about it that you're like not so sure is good?
Last year, my sixth graders had a science fair where they brought the materials to the cafeteria and showed the experiment and presented lab reports, which for sixth grade is pretty remarkable. It was experiments they had designed within a set of criteria. So they were learning about independent variables and dependent variables, replication, trials.
We try to get off-site for what we call field work, as opposed to a field trip, where students are taking their learning and then extending it intentionally, ideally locally in an area around us to bring that learning out of the classroom and make sure that it's really sticky for kids and that it's something that really lasts.
They can feel connections to their community or to experts who are showing them different ways to move through the world, different ways to engage with knowledge.
We are one of the last remaining marshlands in this watershed area.
We have, for many years, partnered with a local organization called the Boston Nature Center, which is a wildlife refuge here in Boston. The teacher naturalist comes on site here, works with the kids on a roughly weekly basis, and then the students head off to fieldwork sites both at the Boston Nature Center and then elsewhere to see some of this learning that they've been doing in action and really bring it to life.
We had a lot of freedom. We can roam anywhere, like having a lot of independence, especially like outside with nature. That was a learning experience.
I learned that there's like a lot of trash on the floor and we need to take better care of our community.
So what's around us? Do we have like forests and wetlands around us?
Ask somebody that knows about birds. Could you like talk to the birds? And they said you can, but it'll probably disturb them. So like when I heard bird noises, I was quiet and I was listening to it and stuff.
Recently went on fieldwork to Harvard Medical School. We were like in the school building with the med students, in the same simulation rooms that the med students use. I think the authenticity, the purpose, the rigor, the real world application there is what made it such a powerful experience. I mean, they left feeling like doctors. I mean, they came back to school in their Harvard scrubs, so proud, such a strong sense of self as scientists.
We're a rigorous academic program. When we talk about mastery of knowledge and skills, we're talking about kids being able to succeed on, whatever comes their way, whether that's a standardized test, whether that's a curricular assessment, that we're equipping kids with what they need to be successful, to be nimble thinkers, flexible thinkers, creative thinkers.
I think of expeditionary learning not as a specific classroom structure or a way to plan a lesson, but as a vision for what coming to school can be for kids.